Students are using AI for the wrong reasons.
Maybe this is a secret, but
So
I'm just curious.
I always tell my students that the AI that they use are like Mickey Mouse. The AI that we use is like King Kong. Universities have much bigger investment in AI.
大家好，我是 Adnan。加拿大西部大学是温哥华充满学术与商业气氛的地标之地。在瞬息万变的全球经济中，很多人都在问：现在的大学教育还能跟得上市场的脚步吗？随着 AI 的普及，大学教授已不再仅仅是单纯的知识传播者，更需要成为引导学生驾驭技术、应对变局的领航员。而在 UCW 执教的阿德南教授，正是这样一位站在教育一线与商业前沿的双栖导师。在这里，阿德南已经深耕了5年，但他绝不是那种只在象牙塔里面的学者。他拥有 Mba 背景，同时也是人工智能和金融科技领域的资深创业者，经营了自己的财务规划公司，并担任温哥华多家初创企业的导师。可以说他的一只脚踩到了科技前沿的浪尖上，另一只脚踏在人才培养的基石上。在接下来的对话中，我们将重点挖掘他的实战智慧。Hello， 大家好，欢迎大家来到艾伦美家坊。今天我们邀请了一位非常重磅的来宾，Adnan。
Hi everyone, my name is Adnan Sarwar. I'm a University Canada West professor in Vancouver, BC, Canada, and also I'm an AI and fintech entrepreneur. I have a financial planning company. I do some consulting work to set up companies as well.
Welcome, Adnan. You are the professor in the Canada West University.
Yes,
so
I am.
How long you been teaching there?
About 5 years now. Business, entrepreneurship, marketing, hospitality management.
It's a degree or it's a master?
Undergraduate.
Right now, the AI adoption is still uneven, right? So, what skills will matter most in the next 5 years?
So I feel that the degree is not enough in this age of AI, right? Like if I explain it like as if it's a triangle, right? So you're at the bottom of the triangle, which is 95% of people. Everybody has a degree, same thing. It's not going to be as important. So you have to get a degree and you have to get a designation. And so you're a Bachelor of Commerce and you're a CFA, Chartered Financial Analyst.
Oh, is it like a plus?
So degree plus designation will put you in the next category, which is you become an expert, right? You're not just a student, you're a graduate plus you're an expert in your field. Right? And then you need AI tools to speed up the process.
Is there too many students already using AI in their class or in their studying? So do you know that?
Students are using AI for the wrong reason. Your assignment should be done by yourself.
Okay.
But you can use AI tools to do research, right? Or find new information, or if you have a lot of data, right? If you're a math major, or accounting major, or a finance major, you have a lot of formulas you want to formulate, you can use AI tools, right? To speed up the process.
Can you know this is doing by AI or not? Maybe this is a secret, but
So
I'm just curious.
I always tell my students that the AI that they use are like Mickey Mouse, right? Like very small. The AI that we use is like King Kong. Universities have much bigger investment in AI, right?
Okay, so maybe you pay the more monthly fee. So with the most future job opening in BC, so driven by the retirement, so where should young professionals focus to capture those opportunities?
Canada has 40 million people in total, and out of 40 million, 10 million people are about to retire. These are our parents, grandparents' generation. So when they retire, it creates very specific industries that will boom in the next 5 to 10 years. The first industry is medical services. So imagine you're 65 years old, you want to live until 105, you need good medical services.
Exactly.
So medical services will be the #1 career to get into after when they retire. Second one will be financial services, right, which is what I do, right? I have a financial planning company. Because they need help with their money. Because if you don't take care of your money, the government, the bank, lawyers, the accountants, they will get most of your money. Third industry is hospitality.
Oh yes.
Right? Nice restaurants, brands, right? Branded clothes, nice cars, right? These are all part of hospitality industry.
Yes.
Fourth industry is tourism.
Oh.
So you've taken care of your health, you've taken care of your money, you have enough brands you're wearing, right? Now you want to travel and show off, right? So that's tourism. And the fifth industry will be technology.
Technology.
And AI falls into that.
What do you think, and how the AI tools
can help the 5 job opening opportunities?
So AI is it is a bit like the dot-com boom that happened in 1990s. Like I went through that dot-com boom where everybody invested in internet, in 1990.
Yeah.
Right. So what happened is there was a bank in the United States called the Silicon Valley Bank. Right. It collapsed a few years ago. Right. Due to bad management, recession, right, debt. Right. And when that bank collapsed, it crashed the whole economy of the technology industry. So when that bank collapsed, so the government said, okay, there's no more technology industry, we're going to lose all these workers, what should we do? So they talked to the one person, which is Bill Gates. And Bill Gates just said one word, and that word is AI. With OpenAI, Microsoft is now way ahead. And now AI has become like a buzzword, right, in the industry, to the point is now we are experiencing something called an AI boom. Every company is now investing in AI. Not everybody understands like what AI can do, what it shouldn't be used for. So what will happen, and we might have an AI boom, we have an AI bust, right?
Yeah.
Then we will be left with the best companies, right? And then the best companies like Tesla, right, Nvidia, right, OpenAI, Microsoft, right? These companies will survive, and these companies will give us the tools that.
Right. So we don't know like the AI is finally they will help the people for the employment or just reduce, cutting off those like labor.
In layman's terms, like simple terms, is that it makes everything more efficient and more effective. So if there is any employee in the organization who is not efficient and effective, they will be replaced by AI. Right? And they're saying, according to the World Economic Forum, there's a report called The Future of Jobs, 2025 to 2030. It shows country by country, sector by sector, how AI is going to disrupt. So disruption it is not a negative word. Disruption just means you have to adopt it. It's the opposite side of the coin. Right? So for example, in education, AI disruption is like 93%.
Oh.
So what does that mean? That means 9 out of 10 instructors could be laid off next 5 years. But if I adopt AI now, 5 years ahead of time, I'll be more prepared than 93 of the other professors out of 100 people. So AI is, it shouldn't be scary. Companies will just make it more efficient, more effective, and then manual jobs will go obsolete. So everybody has to do something called what I call upskilling. AI cannot do critical thinking, right? Human beings can do. AI cannot do customer service, right? Basically, it doesn't have the human aspect of it. So AI would be used as a tool, just like we use our smartphone as a tool, our EV cars as tools. It will displace, let's say, 500 million jobs globally, but it may add 5 billion jobs globally.
We have some of our clients do the consulting with us.
Yes.
When we give a solution slightly different with our consultation, they will just send this result back to our consultant. And I just teach our consultant. You can ask the client, can you take responsibility for your answers? Because we are in BC, right? We are more caring about our local community and economy. So which industry in BC offer the strongest job prospective going forward, and why? What do you think?
As I mentioned, medical services is the number one industry to look at, right? Because BC has a shortage of nurses, doctors, right, per person, right? The second one would be the financial industry. If I take United States and Canada, it's about 100 million people about to retire. These 100 million people, they have $100 trillion of investable assets. So that money needs to move from one generation to another generation.
I know you also helping our local young people to start up. So can you talk more about?
So the government of Canada, government of BC, right? So federal government, something called provincial government, right? So they have a lot of, they have some funds, right? To start companies, right? Let's say I want to make this coffee, but I want to make this coffee using some new technology. The government will give you money to start that company, right? And if you're in medical services, it's about 180 billion from the government, free money.
Oh.
So if you're in medicine, like you want to do some research to find the cure for cancer, government will pay for it, right? If you're a female entrepreneur in Canada, there's extra money for female entrepreneurs because there's not enough female entrepreneurs compared to male entrepreneurs.
Okay.
If you're a small and medium-sized company, right? If you adopt AI, there's AI adoption grants, right? So you see, there's so many ways you can start companies. So I tell a lot of my students that don't look for jobs, go and create jobs. If you go and create jobs for others, you have a job. And so what's happening right now with our students, very, very curious, is that they are starting companies, they're hiring their own friends. Right? So it's becoming a circular economy. Or they're getting a job in a company and they're hiring their friends, right? And vice versa, right? So it's becoming what I call a circular economy. Right? Where no matter what the economy, recession or it doesn't matter because there will always be jobs for the right person.
And maybe 1 month ago, I saw a side news. So 2 students graduate from Toronto University. After graduate, they build up their own tech business. They want to apply a Canada permanent resident, but the express entry, the scores is very high. They cannot reach those points, which means they cannot stay in Canada. And last year, Canada have a immigration program called the Startup Visa, right? It's a very good program, but now sadly it's cancelled. They have a really good business, but they cannot stay in Canada. And then the next month, I think one of the VC or angel investment just invest like 10 million US dollars to their company, and they just have the interview and tell the media, sadly I cannot stay in Canada. I have to move to the US because our Canada, we are too close to the United States, right? United States, they're financially support the startup business is more stronger than us, right? So how we can facing this kind of competition?
Our economy in Canada, right? Almost 90% of our economy is small and medium-sized companies. Those international students didn't, it's just timing. It's just timing, right? So before our pendulum went too far to the left, right? We got too many students, right? Different countries, the situation was very, very easy to get in here, right? PR was much easier, but now the pendulum is going too far to the right, right? But I predict by the end of this year, it might swing in the middle. Right, that things will become more normalized, and the best students will get to stay, right, in Canada, right? So, and the worst students who have no skills, they may be asked to leave. Like they may not qualify for permanent residency. But the best ones, like the students you mentioned, right, it just happened at the wrong time. It's just timing, I feel. Another thing I feel is that what they could have done, they could have done something called joint venture. They could have joint ventured with a Canadian company. A Canadian person. Right? So they're international students, they don't qualify with the points, but this new company, the joint venture company could have done, and get them to the plate, take them to the VCs. That could have been a solution for them.
Thank you, Adnan. Thank you for coming today.
See you everybody. 谢谢。
值得一提的是，当这段采访完成与大家见面的时候，阿德南教授已经正式辞去了 UCW 的教授一职，这或许正是 AI 巨浪冲击下的一个生动缩影。与其在讲台上探讨变革，他直接选择投身于变革的洪流之中，从一位时代的观察者，彻底变成浪潮里面的领航员。我们由衷的祝他和他的新企业大展宏图。